Hi everybody, I'm doing a quick intro of the next turn of War and Peace, the Russian campaign here. It's in the middle of the night, so I couldn't be bothered to set up the chroma color screen and do all the lighting and all that stuff. It takes some time to get it right, and this is going to be like a 1-minute video, so you're getting me like this. Anyway, so welcome. It's the July 1812 turn of the Russian campaign, or I think it's called the Campaign in Russia, for the game War and Peace. This shows the entire turn. Napoleon is advancing on Moscow. Check it out. Hello folks, here we are into July of the 1812 campaign in Russia using War and Peace. Playing War and Peace. And I'm trying a new platform here. It looks more stable already. So let's go into analysis here. Pre-French turn. What's going to happen here is, first, as usual, we conduct attrition. Just a quick overview here. Looks like the French are going to take their first city proper and their second one up here in Riga. That'll be 2. There's still 6 more, though, that the Russians own. So they're still ahead in the game there. Preponderance of Russian forces are located here, blocking Smolensk at the moment and the route to Moscow. Some reinforcements will be coming in different cities. At the moment, though, what we need to do is continue to press up this way as the French, consolidate these armies, and ideally get them across this river. I don't know if we'll be able to engage this turn. These guys like Ney, these leaders back here, they're just too far away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Could be very problematic getting the forces up there to fight those Russians. And it's going to give them a chance to entrench if they want to. So I think we need to put Napoleon here so that 1, 2, 3... he can affect the battle with his forces if he wants to veer away from St. Petersburg. St. Petersburg up there, you don't see, it's empty right now. But if indeed the Russians do something there, they'll get 5 reinforcements, and there's a river. So it could be difficult to get. All right. Let's do the French attrition and see what happens to them. Okay, I've brought in the dice tower, rolling for the French attrition. They've got a bunch of guys in Russia now. They're definitely hoping not to roll high. So they're thinking low, and it's not too bad, a 3. All right, let me do the attrition results here for everybody. And then we'll start the next turn for the French movement. All right, so focusing in on this battle, you'll see I've already done the tactical matrix chits. Napoleon's not going to mess around with this. He's going to do, let's see. I can't really do that without hitting the tripod. There we go. If he picks one of charge, envelop, or skirmish, it's a guaranteed battle. He doesn't really want them to withdraw without taking some kind of hit. So he's going to do one of those 3, and what Wittgenstein decided to do was a suicidal charge. So that's an extra +1 for Napoleon. So Napoleon's at +4, 5, 6 for his morale. He's got mostly Frenchmen there. And they're at +3 for the Russian morale, +1 for Wittgenstein. So it's a net +2 on the 2-to-1 chart against Wittgenstein. Could be pretty bad for him. Doesn't take much to get a demoralization result here with that. But I just rolled a 7. 7 is, no loss for, that's good for Napoleon, no loss for him. Smaller force takes 1 hit. Okay, so Wittgenstein loses a step, and he didn't withdraw. He probably should have withdrawn. So this time Wittgenstein will withdraw. Napoleon will pick one of those that guarantees an attack on the withdrawal, and he picks charge. So now Napoleon's charging in round 2 versus a withdrawal by Wittgenstein. And that's not good. That's going to give Napoleon a net +3 because of the charge versus withdrawal tactic. So now it's a 2-to-1 at +3. Can Napoleon do it? At 10 at 2-to-1 is a D3. So that's the end of that. A D3. Force loss. Total strength points, it's 1 point. Plus another one. So Wittgenstein is vanquished. I'll have to see what happens to him. He might be taken prisoner, I'm not sure. So those guys are all wiped out. The French do lose 1 step as well. Okay. Now that particular battle won't be decisive for Napoleon, so he can, in other words, he's not going to get a point for it. So he can withdraw instead of advancing into the hex. And that's tempting to do. I think Napoleon will do that, leaving Murat behind. We'll spread this out here a bit. Murat will keep the cavalry. 4 of it, or 5 of it. Napoleon will advance with 3, 4, and he'll take another cavalry for 5. Yep, Napoleon will go there, leaving 3 cavalry here. Not sure that's correct, but no, I had 9 before, now I have 8. So yeah, Napoleon's there, withdrawing towards his supply source, which could be here. Okay. Yeah, let me just verify that that's correct. There we go. I have corrected Napoleon's position so he can get next to that bridge. So he's in a good position to do some things. Yeah, so that will do it for the French turn. And we'll see what they can come up with next, as it'll be the Russian turn. It's looking a bit spooky for the Russians, I have to admit. I have to put some thought into this. Hey, what happened to him? Constantine. Oh, I think he got knocked about when I lost control of my tripod. All right, good enough. That should do it. Next up will be the Russian turn. Okay, so here's the Russian turn. I've already done the moves here. The attrition roll resulted in a step loss from this group and a step loss from the Bennigsen group here. Reinforced it by putting a cavalry back there, maintaining the supply line from Kiev. And we have some units there. You sent the Cossacks to go ahead and interrupt the flow of the supplies to Schwarzenberg. So we'll be doing that attack. That's the only Russian attack here. Okay, it turned out that Wittgenstein, after he survives the battle roll, which he did, is moved to the nearest possible. I'm not really sure I did the battle roll. Let's see. Yeah, he survived. I rolled a 7 on 2 dice. So he's moved to the nearest unit, which was actually in Vitebsk. Then I just moved him over to here to at least have a leader to move this guy around somewhere. Not sure if he's going to be doing much. Okay, so that's the extent of the turn. Let's fight the battle down here in Lublin. First, this is just there's no point in withdrawing. Either I'm going to survive this or I'm not. And the Cossacks have a morale 0, so they'll have to withdraw at the end of the turn anyway. All right. So rolling on the tactical matrix. Here we go. I'm going to blow it. The tactical matrix. We will use the black die for the Austrians. They are the smaller force. A 5 and a 4. That's a bombard versus a square. Ooh, larger force gets a +2. Guess they have some good horse artillery with those Cossacks. All right, so it's a 2-to-1. Morale difference is 1. So, and then the charge or the bombard. I'm not so sure that should be allowed, but anyway. Okay, so we got a 2-to-1, and it's going to be a net +1. So let's roll the result. Optional Grand Campaign Combat Results tip. I'm not sure what that does. But let's just use the regular one. And here it is. 2-to-1 +1. Ooh. I hate it when I roll outside the box. I have to re-roll when I do that. Shouldn't really aim it at those units. That's a no-no, isn't it? Here we go. Oop, well, that's going to kill him. It's an 11. So each side loses 1. And it's a D2. So the Cossacks... I guess the Cossacks actually are out of supply, so that would be actually, they would be halved to a 1-to-1. Still, with a 10, it rolls up to 11, it's a 1/D2. So he's destroyed. This Cossack is destroyed, but I get replacement Cossack to be put later out there as a replacement that comes back in Moscow. So that's one way to get Cossacks back to Moscow, is by losing them and things like that. And he'll go into Lublin, because he can actually threaten. He'll have to do something about him, because he's threatening to take a city, Krakow, over here. Okay. That will be it for the Russian turn.